are live. We're here from Kenya, our international recording. We're recording internationally now. And we're here with Edward and
Philip Bubbly.
Philip Bubbly, Mr. Legacy. Most popular person from what county are you from? What tribe?
It's from Luya tribe.
Louis tribe. How
Yes.
many people come and greet you from the bus?
Oh, there are many people coming to my gym, and even on the street walking, the roads, people are really greeting me.
Greeting you. All right. Sounds good. Okay, Edward.
Yes.
You've heard a lot about Kenya. How has this lived up or has not lived up to your expectation coming from America?
At first, on the first day, it felt surreal to be here and see Bubbly because I've only seen him through a screen or heard stories from Garrett, and I think he surpassed what I expected because Garrett paints him as a very hardworking man with no days off.
No days off.
Yeah, but I see how much stuff is going on here, going to the different sites, the gym sites, also with the school and stuff, the family. It's a lot more than I would have imagined, and his mind is constantly going. But he's composed. He's very composed, and
Okay.
I give him props. So Bubbly's lived up to and surpassed what I expected. He's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 gyms, library, school,
Library too. Yeah, I forgot that.
school,
Yeah.
family. Now we're going to think about opening a senior center and anything else with the gym down the future. So Bubba's going to be very busy. Anything else, Edward, from your expectations?
I'm also surprised about the role Garrett has here, too.
Say again?
How Garrett has been here.
Oh, who's the Garrett?
Big Garrett.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Big
Oh, you
Garrett.
talking about me? Go,
Big
what?
Garrett specifically.
Okay, go ahead.
Going around all the different projects and looking for stuff to improve and seeing his, not his bossy side, but...
You're talking to me.
Yeah.
You're talking to me as if I'm not here.
I'm talking like people are listening to me.
Oh, okay. Right.
I used to think he was bossy.
Me?
Yeah.
You say you.
Yeah, I used to think he was bossy. But now I see the real boss come out. Yeah.
Okay. The
Yeah.
final boss.
The final boss. And
Okay.
I see how draining it is. I'm a little drained just like listening in and observing, but Garrett's tired and exhausted.
It's just because I'm not used to the heat, Bubby. It's too hot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for both Bubbly and Garrett.
Okay.
So, I think it's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's ask Bubby the first question.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be you. They think it's really cool to be the boss. What does it feel like to be what do you think is true from what people understand? What is not true from their understanding or their perception of you?
Yeah.
What do you think people understand and don't understand?
I think some of the people think that it's just easy job becoming, leading others to their destiny, transforming their lives, and also leading a big gym in town and having those other staff together. Surely it's just sleepless, tiresome, stressed. It's you have to sacrifice a lot of time spending rather than spending with my family. It's really affecting me. And the one thing I understand that we are serving the community, we are serving God. And we're also trying our best to train others to take over so that we can rest and watch them doing their work, so that we can also celebrate our free time. And this one will come very soon. Yeah, so people think like, I'm rich, surely. I'm more educated from university. People think like, I've invested a lot you know, but surely it's nothing, you know. It's that's their way of thinking. But to me, it's very different. When I give my stories to other people, it's just amazing, you know. And I've been sharing this to many
Okay,
friends.
let's give some context. So, for example, you were not able to finish high school because you didn't have money,
Yes,
correct?
Yes. I've been sharing this with my friend that it's amazing to tell them I'm a dropout. I dropped out from school because of my parents didn't have money to pay for me, so I didn't finish the school. And I never joined any college. I've never joined any university. Only high school. Then I'm also coming from a poor family of 9.
They think you're lying. When you
Of
share your
course,
testimony, is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Are you-
In reality,
who's the,
So when
the
Bubbly,
employees?
so let's pretend Bubbly sits in his office, and they come and they talk to Bubbly.
Clients or
Clients at the gym,
Like, yeah.
they think Bubbly is
How'd you do
dot. You were educated, you were rich, you were trained, you were groomed. And you say, no, I was just a watchman, right? And how do people respond when you tell them their story? That's the background. They think he's. So first of all, his English is better than Evelyn's. His English is probably better than like 90% of African American people from DC. Is that true, Edward?
He's proper and well spoken. If that's what you're trying to say.
The first thing people would assume, how do you must be educated because you speak English so well. How did you acquire such fluency in English?
I think it has been time since we meet together in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Surely I was speaking a broken English, but Gary keep on speaking to me on phone every time to time, every day. Morning time Kenyan time, late hours Kenyan time. We have a different time of 8 hours, but
Yeah.
God keep on talking to me, and we take like 10 to 30 minutes to speak to each other, and even we speak even longer than that. So it made me to improve my English because I find myself speaking more English. I find myself more time speaking English. In Kenya we speak more Swahili, especially in Mombasa. And I don't have more friends who speak English. When you are speaking English to other people, they think like you are educated,
You're from
you
the
are proud of
university.
yourself. Yeah, of course. And if they are trying to compare my English with their English, like, you must be from
Okay.
university. But
Okay.
I'm not.
So I'm gonna say this: Bubbly has some natural gifts, so he is gifted linguistically because your math is terrible.
Oh yeah,
Your math is bad, so your English is good.
it's true. That's true. Gary.
And then the other reason they think you're educated is because you're confident. And I think those are two natural gifts that you possess.
Very well.
Is that correct?
Very well.
You were not trained. You were not
Sure.
you were not educated in
That's-
leadership.
Yes,
You were just a natural born leader.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
My leadership comes from my own experience. I've been when I was in high school, I was a leader of CU, that's a Christian Union, and I was a leader in a. We had a library, so each and every department they had a leader. So I was chosen to be a leader, and when I finished in my public relationship. In my church, I was chosen to be a youth leader during that time when I was still young. And later, I will start practicing preaching the gospel, like minister to the people, especially outside, because I've been having the passion to reach out. I mean, I went to the hospital. I've been on the marketplaces preaching, sharing the gospel with the people. Then later, I become one of the influence people in the church. I could stand in for the people. Then in case there is a problem, I also tried to read some different books, So from that step I took, I think made me to be a person that I was able even to improve to some areas, especially from my own experience. I've been also trying to guide my fellow friends. They succeeded in some areas. So I can say I have also a little talent in me, or I'm gifted in some areas.
So, leadership, language. Is there anything else you've noticed about Edward?
leadership.
Probably. Other than what I said.
I think I haven't finished it. I've been also working to some companies. You know, my last company, I was working in plastic paper bags, manufacturing the paper bags. And I was a leader of the all workers. I was chosen to be a leader of all workers. You know, it's not easy job standing in front of like 300 to 500 people, speaking to them, guiding them, you know, and convincing them, you know, if in terms of they strike, you know, maybe there's a conflict between management of the company and the workers. I was there. We had our own union, whereby we have been struggling with the companies. So I can say leadership is something that people have seen in my heart. Whatever I do, I think they learned something from me.
Okay.
Yep.
What else you notice, Edward? If you don't say anything, I'll answer for you.
Well, you said counseling, right?
Poise.
Poise. I was gonna say communication.
Poise.
Does Bobby know what poise means?
Not really. Was it?
Composure.
Composure? Yes.
Ability to manage your emotions.
Yeah, self-control over your emotions.
Oh, pretend.
Yeah.
I can say, should I speak something on that? Or, actually, Gary, remember when we met? I think you came to visit me in my house. So the life made me humble and honest, and whatever opportunity I get in my life, I don't want to lose it. So I have to be honest. I have to accept my mistakes. I have to, you know, reform myself in the betterment, you know. So I can say life issues, life hardships have made me to be a better person.
I was thinking more like when he was happy, and as soon as he came into the apartment, he started complaining. Why don't you share without using names, Edward?
So we had an employee who...
No employee, person.
We had a person who was showing disrespect and being immature. So Bubbly, using his skills of counseling, he talked to this person to try to get them to calm down and get their story. And then, you know, the rest of the day, they acted like friends. But as soon as he came back,
No. During dinner, you go, wow, Bubbly's really having a good time. And I said, Edward,
So
I said, Edward, you idiot. He's acting. There's no way he'd be having a good time. He's not retarded. He's not like little Garrett. Little Garrett's like angry, like, and then 5 minutes later he's happy. He's not like a child, Edward. He's lying.
Yeah, so I said, let's see. And
Then
Bubbly came home, and the first thing he did was talk about that person, and Garrett was right. It shows that he's angry, he's still stressed.
Told you, Edward.
Yeah. So that's...
Don't underestimate his ability to play the game.
Yeah.
Is that impressive to you, Edward?
It is.
Thank God he's a Christian, because if he wasn't, he'd be such a good liar.
Yeah, it's called manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I knew he was doing that. He probably has an ulcer right now. What do you think about that, Bubbly? Is that accurate?
Yeah, sure.
Edward, see, the reason why I say that is because Edward's really good at lying, but you better than he is. That's why Edward laughed. He goes, "Oh, even better than me."
You know, in every challenge in life, Garrett, we need to find a solution for us to live.
Lying.
Let me say, sometimes let me put it like this: you might be pretending, but looks like you are lying. Everybody, I think everyone has friends in family, also maybe as a family, wife and maybe with kids. You know, sometimes we have to pretend for life to be smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Don't ever tell the truth.
So it's a matter
You know
of...
what? This is what a quote said. Telling the truth won't get you a lot of friends.
Sure.
But it'll make sure the friends that you have value you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make sure you get higher quality friends.
Yeah.
But it won't get you a lot of friends.
I remember one thing
Yeah.
from the Bible when God sent Samuel to anoint David. On the way,
Samuel.
God told Samuel, if you met anybody, don't tell them that you are going to anoint David, tell them that you are going to offer the sacrifice. Yeah, so there is I think he met somebody, was it a prophet or who? That he was asked, because if he could reveal what he's going to do, he could be killed on the way. So
Alright.
he pretended that he's going to offer the sacrifice in that land, and he succeeded, you know.
So one thing I talk to Edward a lot is we have to play chess.
Move the pieces.
We have to move the pieces. We have to use every piece on the board.
Yes.
If you know how to play chess, Bubbly?
No, it's not popular in Kenya.
But do you understand the
know,
basic
I know,
concept?
yes, I know.
The most important piece is the king.
Yes.
You do not use
Okay.
the king. You use
Okay.
every other piece other than the king.
Mm-hmm.
You want to control the people around you, and you look like you're doing nothing.
Yes.
That's how you win the game. You make other people do everything.
Sure.
I don't know if you have any thoughts about that.
You don't hear any thoughts about that?
No, I always tell you play chess. I don't know if this makes sense to you now. More. Everything is.
Moving the managers around, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Getting someone to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
Finding
The right
people.
incentives.
Yeah, finding the right incentives.
All right.
Mhm.
All right, but let's rewind. Last time we talked about how you became the manager at Legacy started.
Mm-hmm.
You are not a trained businessman, neither am I. I am a gym teacher. I am not educated, even though actually no one thinks I'm educated. Only Bubbly does. Only people in Kenya think I'm educated, but I'm not educated.
You're lying.
I mean, I went to school, but my knowledge doesn't come from school. It comes from
Yeah, you don't have a business
on my own.
degree.
I don't have a business degree. I don't have
Yeah,
accounting
but
degrees.
2 other degrees.
Yeah. I have 2 useless degrees. And Edward will be getting one of those. Not kidding. And I have a gym PE degree. What have you learned as the manager from when you first started Bulldog? How have you grown as a manager of Legacy? Quite possibly, I would say maybe the 3rd best gym in Kenya. Maybe Smart Gym is number 1. Maybe there's another gym, and then I would say we're probably number 3.
In all of Kenya.
It just has 40 million people. What have you learned?
Before I say anything, Garrett, I think you have ever seen the Smart Gym? It's all cardio.
Yeah.
Many cardios, big space.
Sounds like a lot of broken machines. It sounds like high
Unless-
maintenance
No
costs.
batteries.
Unless they are shared, but to me that can't be the first. The first gym in Kenya or the best gym in Kenya.
Why not?
You know, the gym that I can say can reform the community. Maybe doesn't mean that we need to have everything inside, but even the trainers at that place were not friendly.
Okay, good job, Emily.
Okay,
We
fine.
talk down about other gyms. We're the best gym. I'm sorry. Smart Gym is dumb. We are the only gym with auto billing. Sign up now before February 1st. The $2,500 no enrollment fee.
Oh yeah.
What have you learned about being a manager in the last 6 years? And talk about how dumb you were when you first started, like how naive you were, and now how much you've learned, grown. I will say this. Let me take my perspective. When I first started Legacy, I had no vision. I only had an idea. You remember when I first started Bulldog? I was just like, let's just, we'll just start a little gym. We're gonna charge 50 shillings a day. We're just gonna help the community. And then slowly, my vision grew in terms of professionalism, management, and I invested more finances. So then I started thinking raising the prices. I started thinking franchising, opening more gyms, firing people, hiring people, doing HR, stuff. So I've changed a lot in how I've approached the gym. And also with you, Bubbly, I've been more strict with you, correct?
Yes.
I've been very serious.
Very sure.
I've been
That's true.
upset at times.
Mm-hmm.
So I've changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
people
true.
think that I'm doing this for fun. It's not fun. Edward, do you have any thoughts on this? Do you think I'm doing this for fun?
No.
It's not even fun. It's a little fun, but it's a lot of stress.
You don't even take the credit for it.
I don't take credit for it. Yeah. So for me, it was fun a little bit, but then the vision grew, and then I realized it became quite a responsibility to kind of accomplish the vision that I have for the gym.
Mm-hmm.
How have you changed in the last 6 years?
Actually, Garrett, I never dreamed something like this.
I know you didn't even want a gym.
Yeah, of course, because I was really opposing me.
You were opposing me.
Yeah.
You always oppose me. Like Agnes.
How we started, I think we had a business, different business from the gym, not even related to the gym.
Computers.
Yes, computers. And when he came up with the idea of having a gym, I was like, what? What's even popular? Are we going to get clients? Are we going to pay up bills? So we started, surely. And yeah, you want to
Let me
say
take a quick pause.
So he really liked the computers.
Yeah. So
where did you want to take that? Did you want to be like Ken
Yeah,
Computers?
yeah, I did. Edward, Bubbly, Edward, can you share a computer story? Because Bubbly always never heard any stories from other than me about like how hard I work for the computers. Edward, can you share?
How many times have I gone with you to pick up computers?
I don't know, 15 different times.
15.
But talk about like the car trips.
A few, yeah. So, from my eyes, Garrett just messages me, "Do you want to go on a road trip?" Like, for me, it's fun. Oh, I'm going on a trip with Garrett.
Yes.
Oh, we're have to wake up early, go to his house. We're gonna see across the country, stop by, get food. So for me, it looks.
terrible.
And I'm like 19,
Oh, yeah.
20. I'm like a little young. So I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Garrett just talk on the way, listen to the radio, and I'm having a good time. But I realized, at the time, I didn't really pay attention. Garrett's not sleeping.
Actually,
Because he wants to drive.
this man was tough.
He wants to drive there and get there as soon as possible, pick it up, and get home as soon as possible. So Garrett doesn't sleep, and I sleep. I get to sleep, and then
Those are terrible moments.
his van. It's pretty big, but it's filled up to there's no space in the car, and it's so much weight that the car is being like closer to the ground. It's like
Don't forget about the trailer tow.
And then one time we had the trailer, we hooked up the trailer to the car, and we were in mountains.
We were in West Virginia. On the mountains, and the wind was like 50 miles an hour. The van was shaking.
It was nighttime, it was winter, so snowing.
What?
Couldn't even see.
It's windy,
That's
like
dangerous.
windier than right now at near the beach.
That's scary.
And it's pushing the car.
The car is
The
shaking.
car is shaking.
And you're driving.
Yeah. For you.
The car is shaking. So
Oh,
I'm in the passenger side. I'm like, this is cool. It's like a movie. Garrett's quiet. In his head, he's like, oh, shit. Please don't flip over. Please, no accidents. We had to put a rock inside the car so it shakes less from the wind.
So it's heavier.
Yeah, so it's heavier.
Okay.
He gets out to pee. It's like freezing.
My pee is going like horizontal.
The wind is
like
blowing.
I pee here and it goes straight to the
Oh my God.
sideways because. But my point, the point is that I worked really hard and we worked as fast as we could.
Yeah. So that's to get the computers. It's like that, but then we have to put it in the containers in the storage unit. On those days, Garrett tells me like we're working fast, the
Really?
fastest you've ever moved in your life.
Yes. I don't think you've ever worked that fast in your entire life. I don't even think you've ever even seen anybody work that fast. Is that true?
Up to that point, no.
Up to this day, do you ever see anybody? I don't. Like running when we're loading the container, we're running, like non-stop loading the containers.
And it's pretty impressive because we got it done in time.
But the point is, I didn't really like doing that.
The storage unit's like, oh, we're closing at this time. Garrett's like, hurry up.
We had to unload everything before it closes. Yeah, it wasn't very fun, Bubbly, to do computers. That's all I'm saying. Now you had fun, but I didn't have fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
From the story he has now was just okay.
Yeah, and I don't really know. So at this point, I don't really know too much about Kenya. I don't really know. I just know I'm helping Garrett send computers to
I don't sleep.
Yeah, so I don't really understand, but I just want to help Garrett.
Well, you are getting paid, Bubbly.
Oh yeah, he paid me, and I was young and I need money, so.
Yeah.
I think Edward looked at me like I was Superman. So when you saw me like sleeping, like tired the last couple of days, it's very unusual. But tell Bobby, I never get tired in America.
So on this trip, I've never seen. On this trip, I saw Garrett sleeping late, wake up at 10, 11. I've never seen that ever in America, ever.
What?
He wakes up early and he calls other people to wake up all the time. So.
But I've never even seen me tired.
I've never even seen him tired, but I blame the heat. But he's restless. He doesn't want to sit down ever.
I'm never tired in America, but only in Kenya.
Yeah.
I hate Kenya.
Yeah. So this is the first time.
Huh?
First time for me to see Garrett this tired and rest. So it's cool.
So anyways, sorry. That's why I don't like computers, and it is a sacrifice to come here.
I understand.
So now we want to go back. That's why we changed, and Bubbly he liked computers for the first time, because for the first time in his life, he thought he had money.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So it was exciting for him. So talk about how you felt when you first started opening the gym, and how much you've changed in terms of your understanding, how you view yourself.
Yes.
And maybe your competency, your wisdom, and your influence, how much that has changed the last 6 years.
I think, Garrett, I was really scared when we started our gym, and I thought maybe we are stuck or fail, I never knew anything about the gym because, kind of wisdom, I just knew selling the computers and it's over. Dealing with the clients, remember there's the time I told you they used to call me early mornings, very early morning.
Like 4:30?
Yes, in fact, people are just waiting on the door. At least they wanted me to open the door so they can train. So they were so harsh on me, they wanted even to beat me because they wanted to train. There were no best gym in Changama during that time, So I started to wake up early mornings, very early mornings, and I went to the gym, opened the gym, and I really decided to sleep in the gym because I never wanted people to call me on phone or maybe standing at the door. I'm wasting my time, sleeping. So when we started the gym during that time, the community of Changama was so happy. And, at first, it was hard, it was really hard for me because the maintenance of the machines, the arrangement of the machines, so many other things, even assembly of the machine was like, I don't know what I'm doing, let me just keep on trying. Luckily that you keep on calling, we really communicated, and you gave me some guidance on how I'll be managing the gym. And that was the first time now becoming a manager. By the way, I didn't even knew about, I'm not the manager. I just know that I'm leading, I'm just in the reception and, collecting money for people to train, and they go away. I had no issues. I had no plan for hiring the trainers. We had only one trainer, that was Nico. Coming in the morning, train people there, then he go away, and coming in the evening, late evening. And as we keep on working, I think we get more people who are interested to work with us. Yeah. So I can say from that experience, you are there to mentor me. And even though you said that you had no idea, but the only thing I also got from you is like every time you keep on encouraging me, you motivated me. And also there are some people who are criticizing how we manage the gym. Some who are even supporting us, And there are some people, the doctors who are coming there, the policemen, the people who are educated from the bank, people educated from the bank, they also coming. We had some lawyers coming there, training early mornings. They leave the gym, go to their work. So I was really afraid.
It was because you're insecure, because you're nobody. You have no education.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you're interacting with people who are far more intelligent than you and make more money. So you feel incompetent.
Yes.
Insecure.
Yes.
That's okay.
So the only thing saved me, when they come to the gym, they always think the owner has money and is somebody who is educated. But in real sense, I was like, I wish they knew whom I am. And so they respected me to some extent. I also respected them, and I was learning to handle them properly.
Tell me time out. So I think you're saying you got to fake it till you make it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Any thoughts on that, Edward? Does that make sense? I said it's okay. You'll figure it out.
So you felt insecure. For how long? How long did you feel that way, and when did you start to be like, okay, this is I have to accept. These are my responsibilities.
Yes.
I have to toughen up.
I accepted the situation. Then I was improving day by day. As I said, God was there. If God wasn't to be there, I think I could fail in the way.
I'm sure.
Of course, because you know,
I keep
running
sending
the
you
gym,
equipment.
it's like giving a company or a maybe leading organization that you are not even aware of anything, no education, no any skills, you know. So I started from scratching, under guidance of Garrett. I was able even to manage the gym. Time to time, I keep on improving. Yes.
No, we're both learning together. I think that's the most accurate way of looking at
Are
it.
you faking it till you made it too?
Of course, I'm. Well, first of all, I don't even know if I'm pretending to be smart. So that's just you just slowly grow. But my point is that there's only one way to grow in faith is to use it. You got to live by faith to grow in your faith. And that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Learning by faith.
Yes.
So that's how it is. So yeah, go ahead. Talk about how you continue to develop in the way you view yourself and the way other people view you. As you move to legacy, the first one, the second one, the multiple branches.
Of course, time came whereby we had friends' ideas that we have to move to town. We have to take the smaller gym that we had. We call it Bulldog. We have to relocate it to town. But Garrett said now he's able to bring more machines. And I told the guys now the time has come whereby now I'm relocating myself to town. And we had a friend of ours, Mohammed, was there. Because when I went to some of the buildings looking at them, the space was there, but the owners are Muslims. And I'm a Christian. Whenever they try to question me, so I'm like, what do you want to do with the space, this bigger space?
You're talking about the mall right now?
No.
The whole island is controlled mainly by Muslims and maybe Hindus, correct?
It's
Yes.
like 70%, right?
So they're the ones that are going to open or close the doors.
So if you're looking for any space, it's probably a Muslim.
Yes, there was so much disturbance. How much do you have in the account? You don't have in a car. You're just walking, And even I used to wear, not even decent. Those are kind of questions this guy were asking me. So they look at me like I'm unable even to raise funds to pay for the bills and the rent too. So I say it's okay. When I keep moving, it was sort of for me. So I just called Mohammed. If you can try, I told Mohammed, try your best to talk to your people. Some of them were Somali. So the only person who accepted it was a Somali. So Mohammed tried to talk with his own tribe, the Somali language. The person was in Nairobi, but the building was there. And he agreed, he accepted. And we were given a bigger space that accommodated all the machines.
Mm-hmm.
So we started, I think it was in September, if I'm not wrong, it was in September.
No, it was May.
Really?
Gary has good memory.
Because the equipment got there in June, and then I arrived in July after 1 month.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying I'm opening the gym because we had...
Which one, Bulldog or Legacy?
Legacy.
It was like May.
All Legacy.
Yeah, like May.
Oh, May? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So when
Because I came there in the summer.
Because
like I do
we stayed, I think, at this place...
Maybe like 3 months to half a year. Sorry, that was 2019. Okay, May. After about, when I came there in July, you were already thinking about moving to a new location. So starting September, you started renovation, and then we opened in March 2020.
Okay,
Correct?
thank you for correcting me. I think I'm confusing
Don't worry.
over getting a new space than the big one. I mean the new Legacy. So the old Legacy was smaller because for the few months people are like, this place is congested. You have to,
It was small.
leave. It was small,
How much smaller?
It looked like
half of Legacy right
it
now?
looked like the CCC Fellowship Hall, but a little bit more narrower.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe like as wide as this, correct?
Yeah.
Which is probably about 30 feet,
Okay.
and maybe by like 60 feet, something like I
That's
don't know.
pretty small. Yeah.
It's just narrow for a lot of machines. Yes.
So it was kind of like how Summit is right now.
No, it was narrower. It was tighter than Summit.
So we had two gyms.
It was awesome.
The old one in Changamwe and the new one in town. So I left the guys there in the gym. I started hiring this more staff coming in, taking over the work.
Yeah.
And the work was so tough during when they received the 3 containers. I had to hire so many people to come and take the machines upstairs, and it took time even to assembling the machines. The work started. I think it was 8 night PM, and we finished early morning.
You didn't finish. You stopped.
Really? We
Because
just
it took 2 days.
It was we were supposed to remove all the machine from the container so that the vehicle can go back.
Right.
Yes. So some of the machine were down there. Yes. So the guys left because it was already morning. They were so tired.
How many people?
Oh, it's around. Let me see. It was around. They were around 60. No, 60. Around 40.
60? I thought it was like 70.
So I have a
The
question.
70 were the container that came to,
That's what I'm talking about. When there was 3 containers.
When we were shifting, locating ourselves the
I'm
machines.
talking about in Nivus Mall.
Yes.
How many people was that?
Nivus Mall were many, around 70 guys. There were many.
Africans own slaves too, right?
I always wondered this. Do people get hurt?
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
Yeah.
bad? Because you have a lot of people, so it takes less people to put it in the container in America, and you have a lot of people to take it out.
That's because they don't need to go upstairs.
And it's probably because they're not as strong. I don't know.
They're not as
Actually-
strong, and number 2, they're not even fucking trained. No one's trained.
Some of the people who had, some of them were drunken.
I know they're heavy.
They're drunk.
they're
You heard
drunk.
that?
Oh,
Yes.
Jimmy's moving.
Sizes of Jimmy, like a whole bunch of Jeffries moving these machines.
70 Jimmys.
So we took the machines upstairs, and we tried that gym, the first Lagos gym, and already totally it's like it was congested. People.
No,
are-
we're talking about the mall. Which one? Okay.
After some
Yeah.
months, we didn't really finish a year. That
Yeah.
place that we started the gym. So I remember last time there's a time where Mohammed came to this guy, the owner of the mall, the current Lagos gym.
Yeah.
They told Mohammed, you have to show us your account because we don't know if you have been able to use this space and rent it and pay the rent. So the only thing happens, we keep on looking for other space. Time came whereby Garrett came to Kenya and Mohammed told the owner of the mall that our boss is here. Please kindly accept his visitation so that we can have a meeting. And let's talk about, taking the space. So the owner accepted. Abdul, Mr.
He
Abdul.
said it because he saw a white guy.
He said so. Because I understand the white guy, if he's here, yes, we can talk. Yes, he agreed. Then we were given a space and we started from scratch. Badly that this guy wanted us to, renovate the space as according to their desire, not our desire. We had no plan, my friends. So the only thing happened, like on the way as we started, buying things, tiles, putting the partitions and the toilets and bathrooms. He came with his own conditions that you guys, you need to have the planning. Give us the design. Then from there, we can let you go. Move up. You go ahead with the construction. So we had to pay. The person who was to do that, he wanted like almost $1 million.
For blueprints.
Yes. So that is interior. So what happened? Abdul intervened and told the guy, no, just take a little. I think it's around 400. Yes.
I thought you gave some guy like 10,000 recently
No, really.
for the blueprints for the Yali Center.
That's Nyali, yeah.
You gave him 10,000.
Yes.
So it went from $10,000 to 100 with Bubba's negotiating.
I think the only problem is the ISO guarantee is there, so they know the money. We may not have any excuse.
I don't even look that rich.
African to African, it's possible, it's cheaper, but African to Muzungu,
No.
no.
Yeah, not possible.
Yes, so they believe
10,000 to
Garrett has
100.
money, so they wanted money. So what we did after that now, they had to demolish whatever we made there and start another one, fresh one. So we had to buy the materials. They wanted us to buy from their own stores. It's very expensive. Then we went. They told us it is a must, we have to follow their instructions. Yes,
No
we brought their workers to come in and construct, doing the renovation, and we bought everything that was needed. They keep on saying that, you guys, there's no ceiling, put the ceiling there. So we had to do that too. Yes. So when we done, we started shifting all the machines from the old legacy, shifting the clients coming to this place. Yeah, guys appreciated that. Oh, you have now bigger space.
Yeah.
Many machines are there. Gary had already planned to bring more containers. So he brought the containers. The machines were like ever seen. Everybody was like, wow. There's no other gym again in Mombasa. Even Nairobi, this is the bigger one. So we started the gym like that. And most stuff, I remember when we started, the same month that we launched the gym, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I think so. After 2 weeks, already the corona was like biting every nation now.
Okay.
Yes, and something happened, like it was announced, the closure, shut down everything, closed the gym, closed the schools, everything was closed. Yes, so can you imagine that we have already launched a gym, the biggest gym in Mombasa,
And then you closed.
and we closed it for some months just because of corona, COVID-19. It was painful, very painful. And then during the opening, after the COVID, maybe they started now opening the schools and other things. The condition was there that you must open under the COVID-19
You have to
condition.
have 6 feet apart, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, so many things. And it was a threat also because some of the clients say now the spread of COVID-19 is in the congestion of people, touching of the machines and other things. So we had less people coming to the gym, and we say it's okay, let's try and see how things will be. So you can see the survival was so tough. I was there, and I had been assisted. I remember, John already passed away, and
John?
yeah,
It's one of our former founding GAP members.
he was good in accounting. In fact, every receipt and every recordings, every cash, he was helping me a lot. Yeah, and he was there from morning to night every day. Yeah, so I had good people who have been helping me to raising that gym, and we really started like that. Yeah, so time to time we had some challenges, but from those challenges we have been learning. Every challenge we keep on learning, we keep on improving ourselves. Yes.
How was that during COVID? No money at all? How do you pay rent?
Well, they froze the rent.
They froze the rent. Okay, this is probably the only way you could do it.
Yeah, surely. It was terrible.
so-
I can't even raise money.
So
for-
talk about now how you view yourself differently.
Actually,
and
Gareth,
how have you improved from your mistakes?
I've done a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes, they help me to understand. It's only by mistakes for a person to understand that this is wrong, this is right. Without those things, I think I'm boosting myself that I'm the best because I've done nothing wrong. Yeah, so I keep on improving myself, and also the way of improving, I think you have to listen to people, know your mistake, accept it, turn to your sense, and believe in in other people too. They can also do the best thing. So what I think, I trusted my people that we have been working together, and they started working in management, like supervision, leading others too, training others, and we raised some of the trainers ourselves. Even some of them they travel. I think we have like four or five now that have gone to Arab nation to work there as trainers. There are people that we train themselves here. Yes. So we have been working like that, and we used to say that this gym won't last for long because it's cheap. People used to pay like.
Who said that?
Some of the people outside there, because the gym people are paying like 5,000. Yeah. So this one, when we started like 1,500. Keep on increasing the people, then we increase the payment to 2,000. Yeah, we have been there for 2,000 for long. Then we migrated to 2,500. We worked for long, then we migrated to 3,000. So only like that. So we keep on, serving people. People love our gym because we have, due to Muslim cultural, I think we decided to have ladies only, and this one for mix. Yeah, because some of the ladies, Muslim ladies, they are not permitted to mingle with men.
Yes.
Yes, and the gym, we can train with the people, the female and male coming together. So it really favored the community of Mombasa, especially the island. There are so many Muslims there. So they really appreciated us having that gym there. Their wives, their kids, they're coming there. They've been trained. And, for whatever that happens there, it was a matter of sitting together with the clients in case they raise something that are endangering the gym. I've seen people fighting the gym.
Fight?
Yes, fighting, throwing in the weights, the mirrors.
Why?
They break the mirrors.
Why?
Yeah, just because of the conflicts. They have been training there, so they wanted to test themselves against others. People have been fighting with our trainers,
They just want to use their muscles?
So I've seen things happening there. Yeah. And ladies gym, some people, ladies also have been fighting. I've seen some ladies fainting inside the gym, Yeah, so I have seen something, more things have been happening there. Police were there to help us because that gym was, we had soldiers coming, the policemen, the lawyers, the judges, the bankers were there, and even the what can I say is like, if I say the thieves, do you understand?
Thief?
Yes.
Yeah. Robberies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The robbers were also training in our gym.
You talking about our trainers?
Oh yeah. Criminals use your gym,
The
right?
clients, some of them the robbers coming to train.
Some of the robbers are our trainers, I thought.
And also we have some people coming there to train boxing, karate, and taekwondo. That's mainly for competition, not just for fitness. Yeah. So people coming from all around Dorrit, the former runners coming to Kenya, they just want also to come pass through the legacy and see the legacy how it is. Yeah. So really appreciate for those who have been there, and I always say, God have been there for me, especially in guidance calling. It's always pushing me for betterment, and I always accept. Sometimes so hard, but I have to. Yes. So that's what I can say for now. And I remember we have done a lot. When we closed the gym at Changamwe, we opened it to Bamburi because we get an opportunity. There was a gym there, but the owner was unable to continue. So we took the space, put the machines, added more machines, and you can see the bone numbers keep on increasing.
Yeah.
So other gym, the only something bad that happened also, the other gym were doing bad just because of a gym. It was a threat to me. I felt like, people may attack me on the way. So how comes the new gym in town is like making them sleepless? Yes, sure. So those are kind of things that was scared me. So I just lived like, a normal person. I never wanted even to be, to be seen as the owner of the gym. Yet I'm not the owner. Yes, but because I'm there for Garrett, so I represent Garrett as the owner. Yes, so that's what happened there.
Any thoughts, Edward, when you see the gym?
When I see the gym now?
Yeah, you kind of. First of all, you were there when for our first shipment.
Yeah.
And now you see what it's probably quite surreal to see from just the little pieces of equipment to now seeing
I've
the infrastructure, the amount of employees we have, the program. I mean, yes, the hierarchy.
Legacy, especially how crowded it is.
Yeah.
Yet on Monday, you can't help just but be in there and like smile, because it's good to see that a lot of, I'm talking about legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The equipment's being put to use. People are really strong.
Mm-hmm.
People are friendly to each other. Garrett knows people. It's a whole other world that I didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ecosystem.
Ecosystem, the gym, not Kenya.
Yes.
And then you have the other locations. too. And
Mhm.
you know, I've touched most of this equipment. I think, right? I don't know.
You've been for a few.
Like I can't pick it up, but I've like
Yeah, yeah.
been there at Magic's and seen it go in the container.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine if you don't come here, and I say that to the other people too back at home.
Sure.
All right, talk about quickly a little bit about the charity, the school, the library. We want to do the senior ministry of the seniors. Any thoughts on that, Bubbly?
What was first? I don't know.
Library,
Library.
then the school.
Whose idea was the library?
Mine, because
Garage.
Kenyans don't read. Only I read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bubbly's
Actually-
idea for the school. Go ahead.
Yes. You know, Gary used to come to Kenya and used to come with some books and give me to, those books to read. We used to look over the library in Mombasa, and I think we didn't get one. It was just for public one. The public that we went there. The public
We never
library.
went to the public library.
We
Only
went-
library I ever saw was YWAM in the bookstores.
Okay. So he had an idea that we can help the community in Mombasa, especially the pastors and church members and whosoever, having books at one place, people to come and read, because some of the books are very expensive, can't even buy. Only if you have money, enough money. I think most of the people here in Mombasa, it's like whatever they get, they don't consider buying books, maybe the cheaper books. Yeah, so we had gotten an idea that I have to manage the gym, you know, people to come and read the books, especially pastors and others. And that's how we did. That's how we started. Yeah, and even though I had some challenges, because we started at Baptist Church, that's where I was fellowshipping, and the pastor who was there, I think he went for more studies. So the another pastors came in, and we had, you know, I don't know what happened, surely because he was just behaving strangely against me. You know, even the elders started questioning about the pastor, but he keep on saying that those books must be belong to the church. They wanted to take over the library, and you know, conservative Baptists is like they feel like they are only people who are saved.
Baptist?
Baptist conservative. You know, we have different Baptists.
What's
So-
a Baptist conservative?
Conservative.
There's different denominations. I don't know. You're talking about the Southern Baptist Convention in America.
Okay,
They
well,
have different. Anyways, they're different.
This
you know.
specific
I
one.
think when
Sure.
I'm saying conservative, these ones that are the ones that I can say they're radical.
Okay.
Those ones that I say they only believe that their church or their religion, like a Baptist religion, is the only religion that you
Yeah,
know.
the only Christian.
Yes, the only true Christian. You might be Christian, but the only true Christian does. They
Right.
have the doctrines. Yeah, I have respect for the Baptists.
Right.
Most of the preachers, the former preachers, their doctrines, in fact, is coming from the Baptists.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Baptist churches. And so happened that I told Garrett the church wanted to take over the library, so Garrett making an arrangement to come to Kenya. We had a meeting with these guys. You know, Garrett asked them, "How much do you want us to pay for the space?" Because
Are you Baptist?
I remember we wanted to rent the space, and they said to me, "No, don't mind about the space. We give you a space behind the church. Use it until that date. We can give you a space to rent." So when Gary came, I remind them the same issue that I wrote the letter concerning the space. We wanted the space to rent so that we can run our business. We want the library to belong to everyone, not just to only one church. Yeah. So they told me to move out. Yeah, so what I did, I looked for a space and I got it in Changamwe. I had to migrate all the books. It was a hard time because I had to also to look for a big house apartment with 3 bedrooms. So I took 1 bedroom with like boxes of books inside there. So another bedroom also. I think it was 2 bedrooms. Sorry, it was 2 bedroom.
Yes.
Remember, Garrett, when you came to Changamwe?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was just 1 bedroom full of boxes.
Is that true?
When the little Garrett
You
was.
moved a couple times. There was one place where you park your car, and you also have the supplements in there. I don't know if it's that place.
So he's moved around
He
a lot.
moved like 5 times.
Are you just like me, Bubbly?
No. Yeah. No, I think your place is a
You
little
remember?
nicer.
You remember when you came with me with a
No, I
gift,
think-
gifting a little Garrett?
Okay.
Garrett was like 1 year old, I think so.
Every time I go visit Budley, his house gets a little bigger.
Well,
And
that's
his
good.
car gets a little more,
That's good.
runs a little better.
You have different cars too every time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like me.
He's like me too.
Yeah. Well, your car didn't break down. Just kidding.
We're not exactly the same, but I moved around.
Budley's car broke down.
So- it happens like that. Then from the books, I think we decided to keep on running the library, despite the challenges. We said it's not over. Yes, because that's the ministry, and we also had a school because the owner of the school, Cool Kids, she was unable to run the school after COVID. So we took over the school. It was for leasing, and I paid whatever that wanted to be paid. Then we got a space and we started the school. We got the kids, and among the kids, some of them they were poor. Parents were poor. We were unable to pay the school fees, and we had a fewer orphans that we have been helping them. So that's how we started. Some of the kids paid, even though what they are paying is not like expensive. Something little, just like a commitment, something that can help us to run the school, like paying the rent, pay the teachers. Sometimes it's not even enough, but we really appreciate, if you have hearts of serving, so long as you know that you are helping a community, so you feel better. So we are at the school already, and so we are managing the gym. Right now we are managing 2 gyms. We have a library, we have the school, and we also planning to have a senior center because we're doing ministry to the seniors. And we said now, Garrett came an idea that he had a vision that the time has come now we have to raise that. The senior center, we are planning for that. I think as soon as possible we'll have it. Another thing is like we're also looking for a new location for the gym.
Third gym.
Yeah, we need to open another 3rd gym. So we really don't know what will happen in the future, but we're expanding. Even though it's a little bit stress, but when we keep on expanding ourselves, widening ourselves, keeping opening more branch, I think more people get employed, and we are really helping guys, having paid their salary, they pay their bills, spend their money with their families. So we're more better on that. I think we are really focusing on that. And
Is there a high unemployment rate? What's the unemployment rate?
It's like, according to Google, it said 6%, but I feel
6?
like it could have been higher. But anyways, what do you think? Hearing and seeing all this stuff coming from you weren't Christian growing up, and then you grew up, and then you became Christian, and you were American Christian, and now you're coming over here and seeing the ministry in Kenya. What's your kind of thought, Edward? Seeing the different things, different perspectives.
Seems like in Kenya, well, I don't know a lot of Kenyan Christians, but they can make more of a difference, and with more, I think they're more hardworking. In America, I don't think Christians have the desire to work hard for their faith.
But
No?
I would say that.
Or is this easy to get this comfortable?
I would say that you only hang out with me and Bubbly. You're the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
The top.
Okay.
The library and the school, which one are you more passionate about?
I think for now, because I've raised some people to manage other things, library is a ministry, can't leave it. Yes. And I always believe that when you are still in this world, there are three things you have to do. You need to serve your God, you need to serve the community. So the family and the community are all the same to me. And you need to serve yourself. Like you need to live well in this world. So for me, I think serving God is having the library, it's the library. Serving the community, you have to have the gym, the school. And serving myself, I think I need to pay myself so that I can also serve myself. Yes, so that I can live well. Yeah.
So you talk about building a second school. Do you ever think about like building a second library? Is that
You
important?
can't even get people to come to the first library.
No, the answer is no. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. That's a tough industry.
Actually, when we are doing everything, we keep on testing if it can be manageable.
Yeah.
And if the committee can embrace it. If the committee could embrace the gym, the library, I think it could be even bigger or may opening some branches. But we find like Nairobi, they can even embrace there are more readers in Nairobi, more schools, more colleges, more universities. So we have more readers in Nairobi compared to Mombasa. And Mombasa, to me, it has a challenge.
People are lazy and behind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nairobi, there are more people
What did you say?
updated. They are updated.
What did you say, Edward? I've never seen so many people this late.
During lunch today?
Everyone's late.
So far people like to show up late.
Like for the party we had on Saturday.
Like really late. I'm not talking like 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes.
Justin would be perfect for Kenya.
Yeah.
He'd be on time. Justin would be on time.
Yeah, hour is normal.
Okay, what do you take away from this trip, Edward? And bring back home. Experiences, lessons, perspectives.
Well, I had a question for him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
After this, but
Okay.
well, I'd hate to be someone who comes here and doesn't go back wanting to do something. So, I guess the biggest takeaway is seeing both of you work hard to change people's lives and seeing it really happen. It's not just talk. I want to help. So I've talked with Garrett before. Like I've had dreams of wanting to travel to countries and just who knows.
Sure.
But I don't know.
So you thought it was a fake charity?
No, I didn't think it was fake.
Because I thought I was satanic. I mean, I'm not a good influence, right, Edward?
I didn't think it was fake.
Oh, okay, because maybe some people think it's fake.
My takeaway was I didn't expect to want to help as much as I want to right now. Like
Okay.
when I go back, I feel like I really want to help more. So
Thank you so much.
So just tell
That's a
people
provision.
it's a real thing.
It's real.
It's not fake.
No,
So is there anybody you want to call?
Gatmission.com. The pictures are real. So yeah, like I don't know what I'll do. Like if I'll travel to different places, but I know I definitely want to help Garrett
Yes.
and you like
Yes.
make this bigger.
Is there any other maybe reflections?
Reflections?
Yeah, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not saying you have this reflection, but it's a privilege to be able to work. It's a privilege to go to school, not a burden. It's a privilege. I don't know. What do you have any reflections going back? I mean, I'm always motivated, so it's nothing new for me to come here and go home, but for you, this is your first time.
That's a hard reflection to put together.
Okay, Lord. Yeah, I think that's okay. I would assume that you can understand that you can work harder.
Yeah, I have it easier.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
And that people are bums and they're not making the best use of their resources. You can get more.
Yeah.
But there should be higher standards. But,
A question I did have is so Garrett brings friends to Kenya. He brings his wife, but like people who aren't his family. Well, Everett is your family. What do you expect from Garrett's companions? Do you ever expect anything from them?
Lifelong commitment. He even expects Judy to come, who doesn't even come to church.
So do you have expectations when Garrett says he's bringing someone? I'm just curious.
Actually,
Expects them to
Do
be
you,
Chinese.
do you want someone as high in character as Garrett?
actually, you know what happens? I've met some white guys from America, Europe, UK,
White guys.
the white guys, and they like promising, like we shall communicate, we shall come back.
They lack promise. They lack promises.
They
They like promise.
They
They
like
like
promise.
making promises.
Yeah.
Yes. So the only thing is, the only it happens, they are not honest, and they're not ready, to help. Even if they are, but I don't know in which capacity. But Garrett, I used to say Garrett's like, God sent angel. Yes, if you're expecting an angel, I think you have to wait for long, except the one that has already have the characters of God. So Garrett to me was sent. I remember Garrett telling me that he was praying in America and he wanted to come and have time to serve God, looking for a friend to work with. And I'm just a black person. Garrett has so many friends in America. And during that time, you had a friend in Mozambique. Remember, there's a pastor in Mozambique, you had a friend too. So when Garrett came to Kenya, he told me that he was really praying, and by God guidance, was led to come to Mombasa. When he reached Mombasa, he didn't know where to go. When he prayed, he was led to come, to visit the youth with the mission, Mombasa, Likoni, and I was there as a watchman. So I opened the gate. Garrett came in, It was after 2 days or 3 days, I think. If maybe you can remember. I was just there reading my Bible, having a small phone.
That place sucked. Just to let you know that.
Right.
Bunch of bums.
Right.
Bunch of lazy Christians, right, Bubba? Lazy Christians looking for handouts.
Yeah, so we had friends there too.
That's why I talked to Bubba, because everyone else was a bum.
So Garrett,
It's true.
Garrett was walking
He says
around
it all
looking
the
at
time.
me, coming closer to me. I said, "What are you doing? What book are you reading? What are you doing?" So we had a conversation, and I thought maybe it's just like a normal guest coming, and maybe he'll just leave and go away. And I remember you had arranged to join the group of evangelism. They were going somewhere to the mission. So he decided to remain behind. And I remember God used to ask me, "What do you do? Maybe in the ministry, maybe in the church." I told him I serve in the church, and I'm also having my own ministry. It's for evangelism. And I told him what I do. Yeah. So he wanted to come to my house. He came. There is a time that I was amazing. Garrett told me, promised to come to my church. I don't know who gave the direction, Garrett, because I just
You
was.
gave me the direction.
I will just explain to you. I never knew.
Across from Safis Bakery at Jomo Kenyatta Road.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when I was in the church during the morning, Garrett appeared in the church. I said, "What?"
Well, you told me to
Was
come. You
really?
said, you said, come preach, so I prepared. I don't know what
Were you
you said.
saying he didn't expect you?
I mean, I said I would come.
I thought maybe you get lost. And he had
Okay.
a small phone like this, the button phone.
What kind of phone?
It's just a dumb phone.
Dang.
You
Just for
know.
communication.
But I did play Snake and Solitaire on that thing.
So
Yeah.
Garrett came to my church and ministered. That's where, but where he started a friendship
He
in.
gave a sermon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought too much, so I say don't even think. It doesn't even matter. Just wait. I prepared, and I don't think anyone even cared. But whatever.
So he did it, I think, with friendship that year, 2011. So we have moved on until to date. And I don't think, who knows, but I don't think if I can get someone like Garrett, people have been praying so much to get people like Garrett with the same heart. Even people keep on telling me that remember, this is not normal. This is special for you. That's why I say
Well,
it's.
But I'm satanic.
That's I always say.
I don't think
This
Bubbly
is,
know what you're talking
No, he doesn't. I just let you know that pissed me off that word. I'm not really angry, but I just, I like that chip on my shoulder. Hey, real quick, tell Bubbly what that a person said.
actually, Gary is a mentor.
They never said satanic. They said bad influence.
Oh, okay, sorry. I said you said
That's how you hear it.
Okay, go ahead, Edward. Tell Bubbly.
I don't even know how to.
Just tell why I get annoyed.
Get annoyed?
In America, there's people that Garrett has been close to, like me, but they turn away. And this, they end up saying he's not a good person, bad influence.
Oh,
I'm not trying to be specific. And
that's bad.
That's crazy.
Crazy, sure.
But if,
I don't know why people may say that because Gary is different. I don't know.
No, because I'm too controlling. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you follow Gary, I don't think if you can fail. Unless you are not decided.
you cannot fail if you fall.
Yeah, well, the only thing is, Garrett has been mentoring youths in America.
Yeah.
I've been telling Garrett that in life, you can have a testimony by any friend, anybody come across you, he has a contribution to your growth. Yeah. And remember, what you learn from Garrett, you must ask yourself, are you growing or not growing? Is it beneficial? Will it help you in the future? Yes, for me, it has helped me a lot. And we are now in the stage of raising people to take over so that at least we look at back, we rule from back and see how things are, and it will help us to think more about the future. Yeah. We're not to be stressed a lot. Maybe there's a coming generation. And wherever we do good things, I think remember there is a generation to come in and take over.
Do me a favor, can you repeat that phrase that he said that made you laugh and send it in a text?
Huh?
Take that phrase he said that made you laugh and send it in a text.
That he said that made me laugh.
You cannot fail.
Oh, okay. Take Bubbly's phrase and send it to someone. Okay. Someone. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, turn it into a T-shirt. I'm kidding. That's funny.
So it's a long way. It's a long story.
Yeah, it's it takes a lot of faith to try to have a testimony, and it can be kind of tiring, but I will say do it while you're young. As a Christian, it's hard to do these things if you're an older person. So we have this testimony because we try to be faithful from a younger age. Yeah. And this is the responsibility or the fruit of that faith. So I don't know if you have anything else, Edward, before we wrap it up. Any thoughts?
No, Garrett's an influence to me like he is to you, so I don't know, the connection is like, you're like a older version of me.
No, you're
better.
Well,
I'm saying he has an influence on both of us.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, it's.
You guys work together very closely.
Yes.
So
I give him the vision. I don't guide Bubbly's character. He has character. I'm just giving him the vision.
Yeah, he's the same way he is to you, but to me, but smaller, like at home.
No, I'm trying
with, like church stuff.
I don't give Bubbly wisdom. I don't give Bubbly wisdom. I just give him ministry ideas and business ideas. With you, Edward, I think we talk more about theology and wisdom and building character, but that just
It's not the same. But,
yeah, we're different.
The appreciation is there, and it's I'm kind of blown away by Bubbly's character, and just to meet someone else that respects him the way I do. Yeah, it'd be a shame. Going back to the friends thing, you know, it'd be a shame if Garrett brought people and they didn't care about it.
I only bring the best, Bubbly.
Yeah, so I don't want to be that person.
Yes.
I hope I can
That's
help
right.
and
Thank you so much.
not be a bum. That's Garrett's favorite word.
Very well.
Don't be a bum.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So thank you, Garrett, for all you've done, for the ministry, for the project in Kenya. And I think, the coming years we're now getting old. But doesn't mean that you are old in heart.
You want to die hard, like Donald Trump.
Oh, yes.
Like Donald Trump, Bubby's favorite hero, politician.
I
World leader.
love Trump.
The thumbnail should be.
I love
him
Trump,
wearing the shirt.
guys.
Definitely.
Yes.
Die hard, not like Biden. Biden dies easy. Okay, all right. Well, hey, thanks for listening, Trip. This is Garrett, Edward, and Bubbly signing off from Kenya 2025. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Peace.